Hello everyone. As in the previous tutorial, we have studied how to inject the properties within the class. And we have also taken the example of the class Airtel. It was having two properties, G-type and number. And we have also discussed that these properties are injected into this class with the help of this setter method. That is, whenever the bean of this class is created and when this property tag is executed, our Spring framework or the Spring container calls the setter method. Now we can also demonstrate this with the help of an example, like while setting this property of G type, our Spring container will call this method. Now we can mention here a message so that we come to know this method has been called while setting the property G type, and same we can call this method set number like this, so that we come to know that this setter method is called. So whenever we are initializing the properties with the help of the setter method, Spring container calls the setter method of the properties to set the properties. Now when we run this application, we have created one object of class Airtel here, and we are calling the service method, and this service method is simply printing the values of the properties that the Airtel 3G 4G services has been activated on whatsoever number we have mentioned here. Now we run this program, we will see that the setter method has been called while creating the bean like this, set G type and then set number, and here is the service method, a call to a service method. Since we have only done a call to a service method, we have not called these setter methods, but these methods have been called. So who have called this method? The container has called this method to set the properties of this class Airtel. Now we remove these lines from here, and in this class we will study how to initialize the properties with the help of the constructor. Now we will create one constructor in this class Airtel. Now this constructor will take the properties as a parameter. Now this is the first property of class Airtel of type string, and this is the second property of class Airtel of type string. Now in the constructor, this properties will be initialized like this: number is equal to number. Now this. Now here we do not need the setter methods, so we remove these setter methods for now, because whenever the container wants to initialize the property of this class Airtel, here the constructor will be used. So instead of this property tag, we have to use this tag, that is the constructor org. This tag is used, constructor org. So here also we change this method to constructor org, and there is no need to use this name attribute. There is no need to use this name attribute. So we have done some alteration in our configuration file, so that the property of this bean will be initialized using the constructor instead of the property. So here we have designed one constructor, and there is no setter method, because now the setter method will not be required by this framework. Now when we run this program, the same output has been expected, like Airtel 3G services has been active on number this. Now these two properties have been initialized by the Spring container by using the constructor. We can also mention one print statement in this constructor, like sys out constructor fired. Constructor fired. Now when we run this application, we will see the constructor fired will be printed first, and the service method will be called after the constructor has been fired. And the important point to be noticed here, we have not created the instance of Airtel with the help of the new keyword. Our container is only creating the instance of the class with the help of this constructor and initializing or injecting the properties in the class Airtel. Now here there are the two ways. Two ways means only two ways to perform the dependency injection. One is with the help of setter method, and secondly with the help of the constructor method. Now also the three types of properties can be injected with the help of either using either setter method or the constructor method. Now what are the three type of properties which can be injected? First is the primitive or string based, like long, integer, etc, etc. And the dependent object. Dependent object means if a class car is holding the object of type engine, like our SIM card is holding a service provider as Airtel, so that service provider can be injected into the class SIM card. And also the collection values can be injected. Collection values like list, set and map, those values can also be injected. Now if we come again here, now we are having a constructor and the value we have provided 3G to this of type string, and we have provided the value this of type long, but both of the values are injected in the form of string. Now the necessary data conversion means now this is passed in the form of string. Now it will be converted to type long with the Spring container itself. So the data conversions are performed by the Spring container. Now here we can also mention the type of data, like java.lang.string, the type of data we are injecting, or this type of string value should be converted into a long type of primitive. And also we can specify the index, like index is equal to 0, and here index is equal to 1 to maintain the order. Maintain the order in the sense, like the first data type is of the first property which is taking which the constructor is taking as an argument is G type, and the second property which this constructor is taking as an argument is number. So if we are not maintaining the order, the first thing is we have to maintain the order of this constructor arg. But if we are not maintaining the order of this constructor arg, then we have to provide this index here like this. This is index 0 and this is index 1. So we have specified that this is this value should be assigned at index 0 and this value should be assigned at index 1, and this string type value should be converted to long, and this string type value should be converted to type string. Now when we run this application, we will see no alteration in the output. Okay, now if we remove this line from here and provide this line here, now we again run this program and we will see there will be no alteration in the program. So if we are not preserving the order, then it is necessary to provide this index here. Okay, so in the next tutorial we will see how to inject the dependent objects and the collections with the help of setter method. Then we will see how to inject the dependent object and the collections with the help of constructors. Now in the 7th video of this series, we will study how to inject the dependent objects with the help of setter methods. Okay, bye for now. Good day.